Hi everyone, welcome to today's podcast. So it's been a while since my last podcast or since I've been active on the channel at all, which, it's been for a good reason. I've been very, very busy in the shop over the summer season, which I shall talk more about in a moment for those that don't know me. So I think I should just reintroduce myself. Sorry, the dog has just knocked the camera stand. So I do have a dog down here, and she may make an appearance now and again. So she's just knocked the camera stand. So I think she's okay. I think she's settling down. Okay, so as I was saying, I think I'm going to reintroduce myself because since I was last active here, I've had so many new subscribers, whether that's been through my tutorials or through the podcasts. So I thought I would start a whole new series from the beginning because obviously I've made a lot of things since I was last active on here, and I thought it'd be nice to start fresh. So I think I will call this series Sunday Stitches because my aim is to put a little video out for you every Sunday, not very long, just a little update about what I'm doing. So my name is Amanda and I enjoy all things fibre related, from knitting, crochet, spinning and weaving, like the peg loom weaving with the pure wool. And also little tiny mini loom weaving I've got into. I really like that, making little tiny weaves. So anything fibre related really. So if that's something you think you might enjoy, then hang around. Also, for those that don't know, I do own a little shop in the heart of Conwy. It's a very, very small but very cosy little wool shop, and I sell local handspun wool, and some of that is by myself and some of that is by a local lady on a nearby farm. I also sell commercial Welsh wool by Cambrian. I should have some in my basket somewhere. Cambrian yarns, beautiful. So I have those in 4-ply and double knit. And also stock eco yarns, so that includes handspun banana yarns and recycled silk and hemp. And also I stock some commercial yarn, which is wool blend and pure acrylic by James C. Brett, for those that are allergic to wool or choose not to wear wool. So it's a very small shop, but there is something, a little something for everybody in there. But I'm not here to really talk about the shop. I'm here just to talk about all things knitting, crochet, weaving, spinning really. So this is just like a little bit of me time, about what I enjoy, and not really so much about what's happening in the shop. Although I know some of you are on this channel because you have found me through the shop. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the podcast where I will talk about what I'm doing, any new yarns that I have, because I do use a lot of yarns that aren't yarns that I stock. I do love using pure wools and natural materials, so they're not always from my shop. So I have a big basket here of my wools ready to use through the winter and things. So it's by no means a kind of sale shoppy podcast in any way. So I think for those of you that are interested in the shop, which there will be, some of you I know, what I think I'll do is at the end of each podcast, I'll just add on a little section about the shop, whether that's showing you around the shop or some new yarns that have come in, or, a popular yarn that week or something, or some kits that I've made up. For those of you that are interested, and for those that aren't interested, that just want to come along, see what I'm making that particular week, then obviously towards the end of the video, you can leave it there and you don't have to watch anything regarding the shop at all, and that is absolutely fine. So hopefully we're just here to enjoy each other's company and talk about all things fibre, and have a lovely catch up really. So I should start. I'm just going to have a sip of tea. I'm really sorry for the camera wobbles. She's having a little sleep down there. It's Evie. I'm sure she'll make an appearance at some point. Saying that, I need to stand up and I haven't got a lot of room, and that is because I'm having to film the podcast in my bedroom. So if you see bedroom furniture in the episode, I do apologise. It's just the only room with a tiny bit of light, and it's not even late. It's just so dark, and this is the only room that is letting any light in at all. So this possibly may be the room I have to use for podcasting in. So I don't have loads of room in here. So I'm just going to try and stand up, and I'm going to show you one of my latest makes, which I'm so excited to share with you because I've been wanting to make a jumper in pure Welsh wool for a very long time, and I finally got round to it. I say, when you're really busy in the shop, it's very, very hard to find the time to knit on things, you know, for yourself. And I finally managed to find the time over the last, you know, few weeks where it's calming down a little bit now, going out of that tourist season, just to have a little bit of time to step back and actually do some knitting for myself, which is lovely. So this is the jumper that I have made, which I'm sure many of you will have made, because it's not a new pattern. It's from Tin Can Knits, and it is the, I knew I was going to forget the name now, the Flax sweater. Okay, I keep wanting to call it Felix sweater. That's another one. This is the Flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. So I shall just try and stand up and show you a little bit. It's quite fitted, which I wanted, and I've done the crop version, and you can see the detail down the sleeve. So I think what I'll do is I'll insert a clip that shows it better, really, because I'm not going to be able to show you very well here. So she's lying right at my feet, and I haven't really got a lot of room to stand up. So I think I'm going to take her out for a walk later anyway. So I'll take some pictures, and I shall just insert some clips here for you to see the jumper properly. So as I say, it's a Tin Can Knits pattern, and I chose the Aran weight mainly because it's a quick knit as well, and I needed that at the time, just a nice quick knit. I really, really like it. I'm a bit late to the party on this jumper. It was released a long time ago, and it was very, very popular a while ago, and I just hadn't got round to making it, but it's one that I really, really love the look of, and it's just such an easy jumper to wear with my skirts, my dresses, my jeans. And I wanted a crop version because of my skirts and dresses, just so it sits on my hips, and yeah, it's just perfect. So the pattern, which I'm sure you know, but I'll just run through it for those that may not have come across it. It's a top-down pattern, which was my first top-down jumper, believe it or not. So it's working the ribbon here first, and then working the yoke, and then split the sleeves, and then you work the body, and then you go back and work the sleeves. And then the great advantage of that is obviously you can choose how long your jumper is and how long your sleeves are, because we all like, you know, different lengths. We're all different body shapes and sizes, and I just think it's brilliant. So I am now a total convert to top down for those very reasons, and I think I'm going to find it very, very hard to make a jumper that is, you know, knitted front, back, sleeves, and then sewn together, because it's knitted in the round. So once you cast off, you have a jumper, which, hello, is amazing. Saves me so much time, and I just prefer the neatness and the overall look of it. So I am a total convert now to top down. And I must admit, if I see a pattern now which it's knitted separately, I'm a little bit not sure I really want to do that now. So yeah, this is the Flax sweater by Tin Can Knits, and the only alteration I made to it was, it suggested that I used 5mm needles, but when I'd done my gauge, I didn't get gauge with this wool, so I went down to a 4.5 and I got perfect gauge. So I knitted the small medium, and I like it. Hasn't got positivity, it's very fitted on me, which I like, which I wanted, because my skirts are quite flary, as you'll see in the clips. I wear it with my linen dresses, so this was a perfect fit for this one. However, saying that, I do feel that I would love a more oversized version to wear on cozy days, cozy evenings, where you just want to snuggle up with a little bit of a more oversized sweater. So I'm thinking of making that in the Cambrian yarn in this colour here, which is this one here, which is, I think it's their Welsh red, if I remember. Yeah, Welsh red, and that's in the, I've got a tiny bit left from a different project here. That's the Cambrian yarn in the Welsh red. So that one I'm thinking of casting on very, very soon in a medium, just to give me a little like oversized jumper for those cozy evenings where you just want to snuggle and be less kind of fitted, and yeah, just with my jeans. I think it would be really nice. So that's a project I have in mind to cast on very soon, if not this week. So I do have lots of lovely yarns in my basket for different projects. I've got different sock yarns and things which I'll go through another time. I might do a separate video if you're interested in what's in my basket. I'm not going to do that today because I don't want to make this too long for you. But if you are interested in what's in my basket, then let me know in the comments below and I will do a separate video and go through everything that's in my basket and what my plans are with each of the yarns. And yeah, I can do that for you, no problem. So my other little make that I have finished recently is another Welsh wool project. So as you can see, I love using Welsh wool, and my basket here is filled with a lot of Welsh wool. This lovely one as well, I love, by Midwinter Yarns. I love their yarns. It's one of my favourites. I have some left over from another project here, and my cable headband that I have done a tutorial on, that is made in the Welsh wool in the Midwinter yarn, and it's one of my favourite headbands. I wear it a lot. It's just a really nice cable headband, and in this pure wool, in this colour, I love it. It goes with so many things. But anyway, I sidetrack. That's not really what I was going to tell you. What I was going to show you is my finished socks. So I'm not going to show you too many finished projects because I shall be here for a long time. So I've just chosen kind of the two latest ones that I finished, and two of the projects that some of you may have been seeing me knitting in the shop, and I thought it'd be quite interesting for you to see them actually finished. So when you've been popping in, you've seen different progress on each of these. So I thought it'd just be nice just to do a kind of overall, my latest ones that I finished, and then we can go from there, and then I shall show you every week what I'm working on. So my next finished item, which I absolutely love, are these socks. So these are my pure Welsh wool socks made using the Cambrian, and this is in the slate and this is in the natural. Now I saw these socks a while ago in this sock book, folk socks. Actually, I originally seen them, that's why I hesitated. I originally seen them on Ravelry, and I had favoured them and I meant to do them. Totally forgot about them until the other day. I remember they were in my saved because I found this book, Folk Knits, and in here, I love making socks. I should point that out. You will see a lot of socks here, which is why I bought this book. Then looking through, I found these, the Welsh, I won't put the pattern on, the Welsh country socks. And I knew immediately that I wanted to make them, and I knew I wanted to make them in Welsh wool, being the Welsh country socks. So obviously this colour match in the Cambrian, in the slate and the natural was just perfect for these. So if I just hold that up again, you can see, there we go. So that's what I have been working on. They were a lovely sock to make. I should point out, that's the other sock, and they do match, but they don't quite match. And here's the reason why. I have never made socks with any kind of design. I've always just used self-striping or self-patterning wool. I love West Yorkshire Spinners wool, sock wool, personally. It's one of my favourites. I like. So I do use theirs a lot, and it's self-patterning, and I just usually do a contrast heel, toe, cuff, that kind of thing, and that works brilliant for me. But when I saw this design, I really wanted to do these. So although it's only small, this is my first kind of colour work in a sock, and I do my socks with the magic loop method. That's my favourite method of knitting socks. When I was knitting them on the first sock here, the pattern here, it came out absolutely fine, but when I went to kind of try them on at the end, it was quite tight across this patterning. And then I just happened to be watching a podcast about colour work, because I really want to try and do more colour work, which I don't do a lot of, and I really want to increase my skills in colour work. So I was watching it was either a podcast or it may have been, I also use Craftsy a lot. I love the Craftsy episodes on different things with, relating to spinning, knitting, things like that. There was an episode on colour work, and they mentioned that when you're doing colour work in socks, that you need to go up a needle size when you're doing the pattern, like here, which I didn't realise. So I knit my socks on a 2.25, always do. I find it gives the best fit for me. I've got very narrow feet, and I find 3.25 as recommended on the sock walls are just too big for me. I found the perfect fit for me personally is when I do it on a 2.25. It gives me a really nice fabric and a really snug fitting sock. So that's what I tend to use. So of course I did the 2.25 for the colour work originally, only to realise just in time before I started the second sock after this little tutorial I'd watched to go up a needle size, which I did for my second sock, and it worked so much better for me. So I was really happy with that. So I learned a lot through doing these socks. So next time when I do a colour work sock or a pattern sock, I will remember to go up a needle size for that part and then swap back to my 2.25. So I did pattern in 3.25 and then just switch back to 2.25 for the main part of the sock. So that's what I learned from doing these. So I knit these cuff down, heel flap and gusset, and then just my regular toe that I do on the decrease. So the pattern calls for the toe to go a lot narrower and pointier, and I don't really like that in a sock myself. So I just did I think I went down to just 10 stitches and then Kitchener stitched off at the toe. So yeah, that's my socks. So I am really happy with these, and I have worn them out, and I shall wear them out as well on the dog walk, and I shall take a few pictures so you can see them a bit clearer. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with them. I have washed them, and the only thing I have left to do on these is to sew in my ends. Because of the pattern, I wasn't sure when they blocked how that would work out. So I have more definition in some of these than I have others, and I just think that's because I'm no expert on colour work and I have a lot to learn. But as I say, that is my aim definitely for next year, is to really kind of up my colour work skills. I just know very, very basic, and I hold my main colour in my right hand, and then I knit continental with my left with the contrast colour. So the grey here I did with my left hand continental, right hand is the main colour. That's how I do it. So if you have any other suggestions or tips on colour work, that would be greatly received, and just pop them in the comments below. So I'm just trying to learn everything I can. I had no idea about changing up needle size, was a really good idea for when doing this colour work in a sock. So that would be, yeah, very, very helpful. So, but overall, as a first attempt, I'm really happy, and I have my Welsh country socks, which I will love wearing, and they're very, very soft, very cozy and warm. Obviously, they haven't got nylon in like a normal commercial sock yarn would, but that's okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind darning them if they get a hole in. That's fine. I just wanted a pure Welsh wool sock, and what better sock to do than the Welsh country one. So yeah, that's why I chose them, and I'm very, very happy, and they're very warm, and I should definitely probably make another pair, but I shall make them the same with the 3.25 on the colour work. So that is my Welsh country socks. So that is my other finished object that I have to show you today. I don't think I'll go any further back than that, because otherwise it gets a bit long, because it has been a long time since I've done a podcast. But I have made blankets and other things for the shop, like little animals for the packs that I do, the kits, things like that. I made the crochet pig the other day. I am in the middle of making a rabbit, so I can show you that as a work in progress. That is for the shop, to go in the shop. I'm a little bit disappointed. If I carry on, it's only going to be to show you really in the podcast, and maybe to carry on just to put an example in the shop of how it does come out. But at this stage, I am going to say I am a little bit disappointed with how it's coming out. It's because I'll show you why. So I should point out, I made the pig in this series, if you like, and that came out okay, which I may show you in another video. But this is what I'm working on as a work in progress for the shop. So this is the James Brett, the crochet bunny, and you work the legs, and then you join, and then you work up for the body, and then you join the head. So that's okay. That's really identical to the pig, really. And they also do a giraffe and some other designs, and they all work up in the same way, and the bodies seem to be identical. Then we come to the head, and I'll show you the picture again. So that's the picture. Now, when I started, I knew the head was going to be a lot bigger than the pig head, even though the body was the same, because it's got a lot more rows than the pig head. So I knew it was going to come up bigger, but it's come up a lot bigger, to the point I don't know if the proportions actually look right. And I know I haven't finished it yet, so I should persevere in case, you know, it changes at the end. But this is the head and the ears, which I really like, kind of the head and the ears by themselves. You know, I can kind of see that coming along, and it says to squash the nose in, to do its nose. I can see, you know, that's going to be okay. However, when I pop it onto the body, I don't know if you can see this very well, it's very, very big. And I know I still have the arms to pop on. I still have to crochet those. But I do have my doubts on this one as to how good this one is going to look in the end. But it, you know, I'll persevere possibly, and it could look very, very cute. I could, in a future video, be saying it's the best bunny ever. Let's see. But at this stage, I'm just not sure if the head is just way too big, like so big. I know some of the amigurumis, they do have bigger heads. You know, I get that, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. We'll carry on. I might carry on and see. If you've made this pattern, then let me know what you think. I have had a customer in the shop who actually said about how big the head was on another pattern of one of these animals that they were making. And because I hadn't made this one yet, I had made several others. I'd made the teddy, the dragon, and the pig, and they were all in proportion. So we were like, oh, I don't know, maybe you should go down a needle size. Maybe it's your tension that's making it too big or something. But now I've started the bunny, I understand what she means. So I can, if you're watching, I can kind of confirm that it's not your tension, and even going down a needle size, it would help, but the proportion is just generally really big compared to the body, compared to the other things that you know you've made and I've made. So yeah, if anybody else has made this one, then just let me know, you know, how you found it when it was finished, whether you liked it or whether you thought the proportions were out slightly. Or I may just be thinking that because I've made the other animals and they have been in, you know, very much in proportion compared to this. So yeah, that's a work in progress, which my enjoyment has kind of gone a little bit for it. So it's going to be a little bit of a, not a chore, but I don't think I'm going to be picking it up as quick as I will be some other projects. I really want to cast on another jumper, and I have lots of other things I want to make over finishing this, but I will finish it at some point just to pop it in the shop and show people, because I don't want people thinking that they're doing it wrong or their tension is way off and the head's coming off, you know, way too big. It is just how it is. And some amigurumis, as I say, are like that, I know. So, but I have seen another bunny, but I looked on Ravelry actually at some other bunny patterns just to see, and I did see another bunny with a head almost identical to this and in size and shape. And the body, the difference was their body was bigger and it had a really big, lovely fat tummy, and it looked brilliant. And I just think that's what's missing. I think the body is too skinny and small compared to the head. I think if it had a really big tummy like the one I saw on Ravelry, I think it would work a lot better for me. But that's fine. We're all different. We all like different things, but that's just where I'm up to with this. And I do just think that head is humongous. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've made it, or yeah, what you think. So should I carry on with it? yeah, I will carry on with it just to see, but it's not my favourite. That's all I'm going to say on that one. I have made other patterns like the dragon and the pig, and they were great, and the teddy was a really good knit as well. So, but anyway, I might show you those another day. So let me just have another sip of tea before I carry on. So I do have another few works in progress. We'll just get those. And these have been hanging around for a while. And another reason I really wanted this podcast again was because it will give me that motivation to hurry up and finish some whips that I've got lying around. And this is one of them. Well, actually, this is three of them. Three whips that I need to finish, and I'm hoping that by doing the podcast again, it's going to motivate me to get them done before the next video. Well, or the next one after that, we'll see. So the first one, well, they're all socks. I'm going to give a spoiler, they're all socks, but this is the first pair of socks that I need to finish. So these are my toe up socks with the afterthought heel. So I've popped my line in on both where I need the heel to be, and I just need to cut the line and put the heels in. But do you think I've got round to doing it? No. My jumper and other projects, my socks and some other things have just taken over, and these have just been sat in a bag with its other two pairs of socks waiting to be done. So these I have made in the Gingerbread bamboo and wool blend. So they're quite cool, quite a thinner sock. They're nice weight for spring. I don't really use these as a kind of walking sock so much because I find them a bit lighter weight fabric than I like for my, I do a lot of walking, so I need my socks to be quite robust, and they are nice, but they're not my favourite for walking socks. They'd be okay. I think they're nice as like a more spring going into summer sock because of the weight of them. But again, that's just a personal thing. I have other people that absolutely love them all year round. But that's, yeah, so that's those, and they need their heel in. So I must do that. Then I have these, which were supposed to be my autumn socks for the beginning of autumn, and I still haven't finished them. Again, they're all ready. They have their lining ready for me to cut and do the afterthought heel. And I think that's the only thing with the afterthought heels, which is why I've changed to the heel flap and gussets now, because with all the intentions in the world, I'm really struggling to find the time to go back and pop the heels in. So I do find that all the socks I've done toe up with afterthought heel, waiting for their heels, just not getting a look in at the moment. So going forward, I've decided that I'm only going to make socks with the heel flap and gusset to make sure that when they come off the needles, they're done. I think that's going to work better for me going forward. So yeah, going back to these, this is a West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, and I've just done it with a contrast toe, cuff, and then I've got enough yarn left to do the heel. So that's the West Yorkshire Spinners, and I just need to finish those. And then these I still have time to finish in time for the season. These are the Christmas socks, and this again, I can't remember the colourways because it's been such a long time since I started them. I don't know where the ball band is offhand. I have got them somewhere, but this is again the West Yorkshire Spinners, and as I say, this is one of my favourite sock yarns to use, favourite commercial sock yarn to use. I absolutely love their sock wool. So I don't know which is your favourite sock wool to use. Let me know in the comments below. I always try new yarns, so yeah, let me know. But at the moment, the West Yorkshire Spinners, the texture and the weight of them, I just really like. So they are one of my top sock wools I do enjoy using. I don't mind Stylecraft either. I've used Stylecraft before, and that they've worn really, really well, to be fair. The Stylecraft as well, and they have quite a similar texture as well. So not as fine as the bamboo. So that's those. as I can't remember the colourway of this one, but yeah, if anybody really wants to know, then just pop me a comment and then I will search it and let you know. But again, just need to pop the heels in, that's all I need to do, and it won't take very long, but I just get sidetracked with other projects. So very soon I hope to find the time to put those in, and then I can show you on a future episode that they are finished, and we will have a lovely pair of finished socks. I love them when they're like that. They look lovely. Yeah, so I'm really happy with them all. Just need to put the heels in. So that's that. What else do I have? So I do have I should show you this little bag. I don't buy project bags very often. I tend to just use, one of my favourite things to use for project bags is the dust covers from shoe bags or handbags, like the Radley ones, particularly really good size Radley dust cover bags for bags, and they've got the drawstring, and they're really good. Well, they're all different sizes and depending on what bag size it is, and I find the dust covers of bags and shoes really handy to use as project bags. I was going to show you, I haven't got it here, but another project bag I really like to use is from my daughter's Jellycat. She collects Jellycats, and they come in a little drawstring bag, and she popped it in the rubbish to go out for the rubbish. I said, what are you doing? It's a perfect project bag. It's a great size, lovely cute little bag with a drawstring. So I love upcycling and using bags like that where I can. So I don't spend, on buying project bags very often, but there has been a couple of project bags recently that I have purchased through a lovely, very talented lady called You Crafty Bunny, and I bought from her on Etsy. And the reason I bought these project bags is because they have a function that my other bags don't have, and that is these little eyelets. So this is one of the little bags I bought from her. I also bought another larger project bag, which I'll show you. I haven't got it with me now, but when I'm using it for future colour work, I'll show you. So I particularly wanted these for my colour work, and it's because they have the eyelets, and my other bag has a divider in the middle, so I can put one colour ball one way, one the other, and they don't get tangled. So that for me was a really good buy and a reason to buy a project bag, a new project bag, because it, had a very good purpose as to why I should buy one. I find it very difficult just to treat myself to these lovely project bags, as lovely as they are, where if I can reuse something or upcycle something, I choose to do that first. But yeah, if you're looking for a lovely project bag with eyelets for your colour work, then she does some amazing designs. So this is this really little cute mouse one. So in here I have another pair of socks cast on. These ones, again, it's West Yorkshire Spinners, cuff down these, and I have ripped these back out because these were going to be another afterthought heel. So I've taken it back because I am going to do the heel flap and gusset. I'd say there's no point me keep doing afterthought heels anymore because I'm just not finding the time to. Oh, sorry, that was Evie. Evie, shh, 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 shh. Just wait a minute. She's not the stand. Sorry about that. She calmed down. There must be somebody outside. We'll just wait a moment. I'll just have a sip of my tea while she calms down. Okay, so let's carry on. She's settled down again now. So as I was saying, this is my other work in progress at the moment, and this is another West Yorkshire Spinners sock wart, and this colourway is Gingerbread, and I'm not sure what the green is. I think it was a new colour they brought out quite recently, this green. Yeah, without the labels, let me just see if I can, might be in this project bag here. Might be these. Yes, okay, so the top part here, this green, is the signature 4-ply in spruce. And the main colourway here is the lovely Gingerbread, which I absolutely love. I wanted this colour last Christmas and it had sold out and I just couldn't get it. So I was on holiday in the summer and I was in York and I popped in and I got the Gingerbread. So yeah, I'm really excited to finish these and wear these because I really wanted them last year and I finally managed to get hold of the wool. And I think they look really nice with the spruce as well. So yeah, but as I say, I will also do the heel flap and gusset on these because there's not really much point me keep doing after sock heels when I'm struggling to find the time to put the heels in, because I'll have a pile of socks that I can't wear. So I'll say going forward, heel flap and gusset it is going to be for me on my socks. So that is those. So hopefully I should be able to find a few more hours to work on those and get those done. So I'm very happy with those. What else have I got? I don't think I've got any more works in progress at the moment because I have got another works in progress. I tell a lie. This is I'm knitting this as a gift for somebody. So I'm going to rustle. So close your ears, or if you're wearing headphones, I'm really sorry, but I am going to rustle. Okay. So this is a gift for somebody. This is a gift knit, and I am making the flax sweater. Yeah, it is a flax sweater. Yeah, flax, not Felix. My brain just keeps thinking of the Felix sweater as well, but it's a flax sweater. Again, this jumper basically, as a gift for somebody, and I am knitting this in Gingerbread marble. So this is an acrylic yarn. They're not able to wear wool. They like this particular brand of wool, yarn, acrylic yarn. So I am making them the jumper. So I haven't got that much to do now. I'm just going to do the body. I don't think I'm going to make it quite as cropped as mine. I think I'm going to maybe add an extra inch for them, and then it's just the sleeves to do. And I'll probably do the sleeves maybe just a little bit longer than mine. I would have really perhaps liked my sleeves a little bit longer, but when I was measuring them, they seemed right. But in hindsight, maybe when I make it again with my Welsh red here, the rusty colour, and my more oversized one, I'm also going to, on that sweater, make my sleeves just a little bit longer. I mean, I'm happy with these are fine, especially when I'm knitting and working. They're not getting in the way, and very often I pull them up a little bit like this anyway. That's just how I tend to wear my jumpers. I don't ever really tend to wear them right down, and I'm not I don't really wear my sleeves over my hands. If anything, I tend to pull my jumpers up a lot when I'm knitting or working. So yeah, they've just come to my knuckle here really, and I think I just would have liked them just maybe a little bit longer, but it's not really a big enough issue for me to rip back and just add that extra length on. So, but on this one I may just add a little bit of length on that sleeve for them, because they do like their sleeves just a little bit longer. So yeah, that is a work in progress. I nearly forgot that one. So I'm going to carry on working on that this week, and hopefully in the next episode I'll have that finished and be able to show you that one as a finished object, possibly along with one or more of my socks. So yeah, that will hopefully motivate me to crack on and get those done. So what else do I have plan wise? I have a few things that I would really like to make this winter. One of them being, of all things, leg warmers. I really fancy making a pair of cable leg warmers. I also need to make some socks, because when I was on holiday in the summer I bought some lovely, I'll show you, some lovely sock yarn. Again, this is another project bag. This actually was the bag that the wool came in when she served me. She popped it in this lovely bag, and that is now going to be its sock project bag. So I love reusing things like this. I just think they're lovely. There are times when I like to buy new project bags when I can justify they have a good function. That I buy them. I do enjoy them, but where I can, I like to reuse and upcycle other things. So in here, what do we have? We have this stunning, beautiful sock yarn. Are you ready? The colours are just amazing. What's this one? Beautiful, beautiful. It's so soft. I can't remember what this is made from now. Let me just have a little look and see. It is a merino, 100% merino. Yeah. Just seeing what needle size. See, they recommend 325 again, but I shall do these on 225s. But that is so lovely. So yeah, that's another on my list to do. But as I say, I think I need to finish the other socks first, which is why I haven't prepared this for knitting yet. So that's going to stay in its little bag until I am ready to cast those on. But I'm very, very excited to do those. Just think the colours are stunning. Yeah, and I've had a really nice holiday, and it just reminded me of that. So looking forward to casting those on. So what other projects do I have in mind? After making this one, I'm looking at making the antler sweater, also by Tin Can Knits. So if you have made that one, then let me know how you found that. The only reason I haven't started that one yet is because I haven't got any more Aran yarn, and at the moment I don't really want to buy any more yarn because I'm going on holiday next week, so I'm going to not be here for deliveries anyway. And also, I think I really want to make this jumper again in the double knit in the Cambrian, or possibly the 4-ply. I haven't decided yet, so either one of those will be my next cast on, and I think that will be my holiday. I think I'm going to take that on holiday because it's a really easy knit to do. I can do it on the plane. I can do it, when I'm just sitting down on the balcony, for an hour or so, and I just want something to do. I think that'd be it's a lovely knit to do. You don't really have to think a lot. It's a nice, easy pattern. So I'm thinking of that. So let me know what you're working on, or say if you have made the antler sweater is one of the ones I'm thinking of doing. And I'm also thinking of doing the love note sweater. I love the Tin Can knit patterns. I just find them so handy. They're such great patterns. I've made the mitts recently as well. I made them in a Welsh wool in a lovely natural brown. They are lovely. I shall have to show you them on the next episode if I remember. But I want to make another pair. They weren't for me, but I want to make another pair of those for myself. I do have lots of gloves already, but these were just lovely. It's an Aran weight pure wash wool. The Tin Can Knits pattern, the mittens. What I really fancy doing with those is crocheting a string between the mittens and putting them through my coat. I just think it'll be so much fun. And as I say, I've got a dog. I'm walking the dog. It'd just be so easy just to pop them off instead of trying to put them in your pockets, carry them, fiddle around with what else you're doing. I just think it'd be so lovely. Just to have them hanging off my coat like when you're a child. I think it'd be fabulous. So that's on my list to make. So I've got cable leg warmers that I really want to do, and some mittens with the crochet string to put through my coat. I think that is just a really fun make and something that just makes me smile. So I really want to do those. And I want to make this jumper again, say with the DK Cambrian in the Welsh red or in the 4-ply. And there's a couple of other jumpers I'm thinking of. So that's my knitting plans going forward at the moment. And I will also take out some socks to do on holiday too, because they don't take very long. So whether I take the gingerbreads to finish off, which is probably a very good idea rather than starting some more. So I do have this sock wool to cast on, which isn't a West Yorkshire Spinners for a change. It's this gorgeous duck egg blue by Dina's Home of Crafts. So I haven't got around to using that one yet, and I think that's a lovely colour. That's quite bright and cheery. I could use that one, or I could take my gingerbreads and finish those off. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if it's a good idea to start another pair, but they're just a little bit more light and summery. Yeah, not quite as dark and wintry as the gingerbread. So I'm not sure yet. I don't know whether to cast these on or finish my gingerbreads. I shall let you know in the next episode what I've decided to do, because my next episode I will be filming from the balcony on holiday. So thank you so much for joining me. I think I should wrap it up there because I have talked for far longer than I planned to. I only planned to make this 20-minute video. So I do apologise, and the other ones probably won't be quite as long because it'd just be a catch up going forward. So do let me know what you're working on. And just a little note on the shop. This will just be a very small little shop section now for the first episode, just so you know that I am going away on holiday. I fly out next Friday. However, the shop is going to be closed for 2 weeks. So if you're local or you're on holiday and you want to pop in and stock up on any yarn, then do so, before I go away on holiday for 2 weeks. When I come back from holiday, I think the plan will be, because we're out of season, that I may just open the shop on a Saturday and Sunday. I'll be closing the week to do more tutorials for you. And that's the other thing. If you have any tutorials that you'd like me to show or demonstrate, then do let me know in the comments below. I have already had some messages with different cable headbands that people have suggested they would like me to show them how to do, or if there's a particular knitting technique that you've stumbled across that you're not sure about, if I can help, then I will. Or if there's anything in particular, a free pattern that you need help on that I can demonstrate, then let me know in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to try and do that for you as well. I will wrap it up here for today, and thanks for joining me, and I shall see you in the next video from the balcony in sunny Spain. Until then, have a lovely week knitting, crochet, spinning, whatever you're working on, and I shall see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.